Hello, good day everyone. So welcome sa ating unang virtual discussion sa ating virtual na classroom. Okay, pagtiyagaan mo na muna ang inyong guro sapagkat naka-work from home dahil sa aking panganganak. Okay, so now, let us continue our discussion let's continue our discussion virtually. So, una na i-discuss natin is about mathematical language and symbols. Well, bago tayo magpatuloy, huwag kalimutan na mag-comment ng inyong pangalan, complete name and section sa comment section kasi i-check ko yan strictly for your attendance. Kasi hindi ko naman ma-check ang attendance ninyo sa loob ng ating classroom. Okay? So, sa comment section ako mag-check ng attendance. Okay. Let's continue. Well, I hope naging clear sa ating lahat, naging clear sa inyo yung ating unang discussion sa ating subject. That the nature of mathematics is used para maintindihan yung ating nature and yung ating surroundings dahil sa ability nito na i-explain yung mga iba't ibang patterns in nature natin. So, here in our discussion, another aspect of mathematics will be discussed that needs to be studied is that mathematics has its own language, which makes possible many different processes in different fields of learning. So, dito sa ating discussion ngayon, pag-aaralan natin yung mga characteristics ng mathematics, characteristics ng language of mathematics, mga conventions, basic concepts, and of course, yung mga applications ng mga ito sa ating buhay. So, different symbols are introduced as language characteristics and some mathematical concepts are discussed. So, by the end of our discussion, you are expected to discuss the language, symbols, and conventions of mathematics, explain the nature of mathematics as a language, translate expressions and sentences to mathematical symbols, and of course, you are expected to acknowledge that mathematics is a useful language. Now, ano ba yung kailangan nating malaman? Okay. What you need to know. Mathematics is a language that is understood throughout the world. It is effective in terms expressing ideas and in communicating ideas to others without the burden of translating such to different languages. I want you to know na mathematics isn't just about numbers, set of formulas, just about solving, pero ang mathematics ay meron ding sariling language. Sabi dito, effective in terms of expressing ideas and in communicating ideas to others. Sige nga, paano mo may express ang pagmamahal mo dun sa isang tao by using the language of mathematics. Eksperto ata kayo dyan eh. So, instead of telling or instead of writing, I love you, di ba? By using the language of mathematics. Ito example lang ito sinong gumagamit ng mga 143, mga code ng mathematics diyan, di ba? That's how you use the language of mathematics to express your feelings and to communicate ideas sa mga taong nakapaligid sa'yo. 'Di ba? So, that is just one thing about the language of mathematics. Okay? Hindi lang ito basta tungkol sa mga numbers, hindi lang ito tungkol sa pagsosolve or sa mga formulas. But, when it comes to mathematical language, it is effective sa pag-express ng ideas and pag-communicate ng idea natin sa ibang tao. Okay. So, let's discuss first about the characteristics of the language of mathematics. Meron tayong tatlo na characteristics ng language of mathematics. Mathematics as language is, number 1, it is precise. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng precise? Eksakto. Hindi kukulang, hindi sobra, but eksakto. That is precise. Paano na natin masasabi na ang language ng mathematics ay precise? It is precise in the sense na that it is able that it is able to make very fine distinctions based on definitions. Take note, definition. Alam naman natin na ang square ay iba sa circle by definition, di ba? Kasi ang square ay may 4 na sides. At ang circle ay walang itong side. So, we know that square is different from a circle because they were defined differently. And that is how the mathematics as a language is precise. What else? Sa mga visual representation natin sa mathematics, di ba? Pagkakita mo pa lang sa mathematical object na yun, alam mong yun na yun at hindi ka pwedeng magkamali. Pag nakita mo yung number 3 na number, posible magkamali ka pa at sabihin mong number 5 yung 3. Di ba? Visual representation, imposibleng sabihin mo na yung puso, hugis puso ay sabihin mong bilog. Di ba? That is how precise yung ating language ng mathematics. Visual representation man yan or based on definitions. It is always precise. Okay? Now, do you know the difference between a square and a rectangle? Ito katanungan lamang ito pero gusto kong sagutan ninyo. Ilagay ninyo sa comment section kung ano yung sagot ninyo. I will give additional points sa first 10 na magko-comment ng tamang sagot. Okay? Ito yung tanong. Are all squares rectangles or are all rectangles squares? Maki-comment ha. Ulitin ko yung tanong. Are all squares rectangles or are all rectangles squares? So, alin sa kanilang dalawa yung tama? Okay, bibigyan ko ng puntos yung unang 10 magko-comment ng tamang sagot. Okay, another characteristics of the language of mathematics is concise. The language of mathematics is concise because it is able to say things briefly. Because it has in it different symbols. No? Kung matatandaan ninyo ng mga elementary kayo, or baka iwan ko kung naabutan nyo pa yung mga gano'ng eksena ng mga teachers. Pero sa amin kasi noon, merong part sa lesson na instead na isusulat mo yung symbols ng mathematical sentence, isusulat mo siya into word. So, instead na yung 2 plus 3 is equal to 5, isusulat mo yun ng word, ng pagkahaba-haba, di ba? So, since ang ating lengguwahe ng mathematics ay isa sa mga characteristics nito ay concise, instead na magsulat-sulat ka ng pagkahaba-habang 2 plus 2 plus 2, okay, pwede mo naman siyang isulat pwede mo naman siyang isulat into symbol. Okay? And last characteristics of the language of mathematics is powerful. This language is powerful because it is able to express complex thoughts with relative ease. You know what? The language of mathematics can actually be learned. Pwede mong pag-aralan yan. But take note, in learning the language of mathematics, it requires an effort similar to learning a foreign language. Siyempre, paano mo, let's say, sinong mga mahilig sa Korean drama dyan? No? Hindi mo maiintindihan yung pinapanood mong Korean drama kung hindi ka nag-effort na pag-aralan or basahin yung mga subtitle. 'Di ba? Pero kung talagang fanatic ka ng K-dramas, kahit hindi mo basahin yung mga subtitles, nag-effort kang pag-aralan yung lengguwahe nila para mapag-aralan mo lang 'yon. 'Di ba? So ganun din sa language ng mathematics natin. Pwede natin tong pag-aralan, but it requires effort para mas maintindihan. Hindi lang natin siya pag-aralan, para mas maintindihan pa natin yung language ng ating mathematics. Okay? So, dito naman tayo ngayon sa the English language and the mathematical language. Medyo i-compare lang natin silang dalawa, okay? So, there are certain similarities kasi between these two, English language and mathematical sentence or mathematical language. Sa English, meron tayong tinatawag na noun. Diba? Kung sa English merong noun, meron din naman tayong tinatawag na mathematical expression sa mathematics. Kung merong English sentence or English language, meron din naman tayong mathematical sentence. Okay? Kung sa English, nouns are used to name things we want to talk about, gaya ng person, place, and thing, no? Sa mathematical expression naman, it is a correct arrangement of mathematical symbols to represent the object of interest. So, take note na dito sa mathematical expression, it does not contain a complete thought or does not possess a truth value when it comes to expression. So, the English sentence naman, we all know na kapag sinabi natin sentence, there is a complete thought or that sentence must state a complete thought to make it a sentence. So, ganun din sa ating mathematical sentence, no? Kailangang, para masabi natin siya na mathematical sentence, it must state a complete thought. Kagaya ng example natin dyan. 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. And 3 plus 5 is equal to 13. Okay? Gusto ko lang idagdag na. Para masabi natin na sentence, ito ay mathematical sentence, it must be answerable by true or false. Pero kapag hindi siya answerable by true or false, ito ay expression lamang. Kagaya nung tignan nyo yung example sa taas, sa expression. 2, 3, o 3 plus 5 or 1/3. Those are just numbers. O, tignan nyo yung 3 plus 5. Is it true or is it false? Hindi naman natin masasagot siya ng true or false, diba? So, expression lang yun. Pero kapag 3 plus 5 is equal to 8, is it true or false? Diba? Pwede. Masasagot natin true or false kasi meron tayong complete thought. And para masabi natin siyang sentence, it doesn't have to be always true. It can be false, true, or sometimes false. Basta it has or it states a complete thought and answerable by true or false. That is a mathematical sentence. Just like English sentences, mathematical sentences also have verbs. In a mathematical sentence, 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. The verb is the equal sign. And take note, the equal sign is one of the most popular mathematical verbs. Okay, dito naman tayo sa conventions in the language of mathematics. Just like any language, meron din tayong, or gumagamit din tayo ng conventions sa mathematical language. Kung sa English language, let's say, diba, gumagamit tayo ng capital letters for proper nouns. And that is conventional sa English language. Para mas alam natin or mas ma-distinguish natin between yung common nouns na tinatawag at saka proper nouns. Pag proper nouns, capital letters. Pero kapag common nouns, small letters, di ba? So, gumagamit ang English language ng conventions. Ganun din sa mathematical language. Gumagamit din tayo ng conventions. Bakit tayo gumagamit ng conventions sa mathematical language? For us to distinguish between different types of mathematical objects. Note that sentences state a complete thought, but nouns and expressions do not. For example, basahin 7. Ngayon, basahin ulit 9 minus 2 is equal to 7. 7. What about 7? And what about 9 minus 2 is equal to 7? Which among the two states a complete thought about the number 7? Sabi ko nga kanina, a sentence must be answerable by true or false. So, 7, true or false? Hindi ko alam. 9 minus 2 is equal to 7. True or false? True. Therefore, 9 minus 2 is equal to 7 states a complete thought about the number 7. Okay? Sentences, mathematical sentences can also be true or false. The notion of truth, the property of being true or false, is of fundamental importance in mathematics. Mathematical sentences are declarative in nature and we can determine whether they are true or false. Sinabi natin kanina na isa sa mga characteristics ng mathematical language ay precise, 'di ba? Yun yung unang characteristic na precise. So, in order for us to communicate effectively, we must agree on the meanings of certain words and phrases because confusion may result from ambiguity. So, consider natin itong conversation in a car at a noisy intersection. Siguro, mag-boyfriend tong dalawang ito. Si Mario at saka si Dana. Si Dana yung nagda-drive. Okay? Papunta sila siguro, let's say, sa mall or sa syudad. Ito yung scenario. So, si Mario, turn left. So, papunta na sila sa intersections eh. So, si Dana hindi niya alam yung, let's say, hindi alam ni Dana yung way papunta doon sa pupuntahan nila. So, si Dana nagda-drive, and then, suddenly sabi ni Mario, turn left. Kasi nandun na sila sa intersection. And since maingay yung paligid, siguro may construction site na nagaganap, malapit doon. So, hindi ngayon narinig ni Dana yung sinabi ni Mario. So, tinanong niya, I didn't hear you. Left? Ba, nagtanong siya. So, sabi naman ni Mario, right. The question is, saan ngayon liliko si Dana? Sa left or sa right? 'Di ba? It depends kung paano niya i-interpret yung sinabi ni Mario na right. Kung in-interpret niya yung right as the opposite of left, then pupunta siya ng, magliliko siya ng right. Pero kapag in-interpret niya yung sinabi ni Mario na right as correct, sa left ka lumiko, so liliko siya sa left. So, yung word ngayon na right, nag-cause ng confusion. 'Di ba? So, there is much less ambiguity allowed in mathematics kaysa sa English. Kasi nga, one of the characteristics of the language, of the mathematical language is precise. Ambiguity is avoided because mathematics has in it the use of definition. So, by defining words and phrases, it is assured that everyone agrees on their meaning. So, una nating definition ngayong discussion ay ang expression. When we say expression, it is the mathematical analog of an English noun. It is a correct arrangement of mathematical symbols used to represent a mathematical object of interest. An expression does not state a complete thought. In particular, it does not make sense to us if an expression is true or false. So, most mathematics books do not define actually expression. So, it must be clear to us na ang expression at saka sentences ay magkaiba. Totally magkaiba. Okay? They do not overlap. Kung if something is an expression, then it is not a sentence. Pero if something is a sentence, then it is not an expression. Ngayon, meron naman tayong mga iba't ibang klase ng expression in mathematics. Some of these are numbers, sets, matrices, sets, functions, ordered pairs, matrices, and vectors. Pero yung pinaka-common talaga sa kanila na expression na ginagamit natin ay ang numbers, sets, at saka yung functions. Okay, the most common, meron din naman tayong tinatawag na a simplification. Ito yung common na problem na involve ang expressions natin sa mathematics. Ang pagsisimplify. So, to simplify an expression, meaning to say, to give another name for the expression in a way that it is simpler. So, kailan ba natin masasabi na simpler yung ating expression? Una, it has fewer symbols. Both expressions 2 plus 3 plus 4 and 9 are names for the same number, but 9 uses fewer symbols. Pangalawa, it has fewer operations. So, instead na isusulat mo 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, pwede mo naman siyang isulat as 5 times 3, diba? To make, to make it simpler, diba? So, it is simpler when it has fewer operations. Pangatlo, it is better suited for current use. The name 1 foot over 12 inches is a great name for the number 1 if we need to convert units of inches to units of feet. And lastly, we can say that an expression is simpler if and only if it follows the preferred style or format. So the expressions 2/4 and 1/2 are both names for the same number. Kapag nag-resolve ka at nag-reduce ka at ginawa mo, nilagay mo yung simplest form ng sagot mo, that is yung expression na yan is in simpler form. Diba? It follows the preferred style or format. Okay, so that ends our first discussion. So, see you sa pangalawang, sa part 2 ng ating discussion.